everyone, it's Chloe here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a new video in a new series that I created, or hopefully I created. I don't know if anyone else created this, but it is going to be called the One Look, One Palette series, and it is one eyeshadow look on one palette every single video. Today's video is going to be on the Too Faced Power of Makeup by NikkieTutorials palette. I almost dropped it. Oh my god. I did my eyeshadow look today with this palette and I talked about it and gave you my review, etc, etc. So if you guys want to see this tutorial and want to see more of this series, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see this look in use, please keep on watching. So to start off this brand new series, again using the Too Faced Power of Makeup palette from NikkieTutorials, I'm going to be talking about the palette and then obviously doing my eyeshadow, giving my full review, impression, etc, etc. This palette is absolutely stunning, like stunning. It is a pink and gold and black cheetah. Oh, hallelujah. It's actually stunning. It's a really decent size. When I saw photos of it, I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but the sizing is actually pretty fine. This is what it looks like inside. When you first look at this palette, it's actually stunning. There has been so much controversy over this one palette. Like, apparently some people say it's not pigmented enough, some people say it's really powdery, etc, etc. When I went into Mecca ages ago with Annalisa, we swatched it and I found it a little bit powdery and chalky, but the pigmentation was there, so I don't really know why people, you know, kept saying it wasn't pigmented. Like always, the pigmentation on your hand is completely different to the pigmentation that is going to be on your eyes. So we will see, but on the side it just says Too Faced Power of Makeup by NikkieTutorials, and then down the bottom it says show us your looks, I can't read. So you get 9 eyeshadows at the top, 2 blushes I believe, a contour shade and a highlight. So this palette is like literally your face in a palette. I love palettes like this, especially if it's a decent size, and there's actually like the pans are actually decent size as well. The eyeshadows look amazing. There are 4 shimmery shades, maybe 5, and then the rest are matte. I'm really excited to do a look on this. I have not yet put this on my eyes as of yet. I did swatch these on Christmas Day, and I did find the same thing that I did when I swatched it in store. It was a little bit chalky and a little bit powdery. The difference between swatching it on your arm or your back of your hand to your eyes is completely different. So I never really want to judge someone's palette that they've worked really hard on until I put it on my eyes. So enough jibber jabber and let's get on to this tutorial. As you've already noticed, I've already applied my base. Throughout this series I am gonna just apply my base and eyebrows off camera, just because I want this series to be about the eyeshadows itself, not my base, and I do everything the exact same anyway. If my eyebrows look a bit rank, it's because they are, so just please ignore that. So for a transition shade, I'm going to be using Painkiller, which is right here. Before I actually start, this is what the palette looks like. It's gorgeous. You've probably seen this around Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. A bunch of people on YouTube have done their videos about it. Now looking at it, Painkiller is very close to Chocolate Slay, which is the contour shade. So you could literally just use the contour shade as a transition shade, but I'm going to be using Painkiller because it is the eyeshadow. I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star highlighter for the mirror. So if you see pink, it's that. So I'm just going to put that in the crease. Okay, well I can't really give you a full depth because it is a transition shade. I can't speak. It is a transition shade, but there is pigmentation there, as you can tell. But obviously with a lot of transition shades you have to build it up. So I'm not going to judge it yet. And by the way, I love Nikkie. I love everything about her. But I'm not judging her, I'm judging the palette, okay? So don't, you know, have a go at me, okay? Okay, thank you. So as you can tell, it's really pigmented. It blends really well. It feels like I have no eyeshadow on my lid, to be honest. Oh my god, I'm really impressed with this so far. So I'm now just blending that, and as you can tell, it is there. Pigmentation is there. It is not chalky like I had it when I swatched it on my hand. So again, it is very different to what you swatch on your hand. So never judge a colour or eyeshadow palette or anything like that with the swatch on your hand. You have to do it on your eyes because it is completely different. My first impression is you have to kind of build it up, but that is a transition shade and I do want the transition shade to appear. So I don't really know if I should be judging it because you have to pack it, or is it just because I'm doing something wrong? I don't really know. But this is just a transition shade, just keep that in mind. So when I tap off the excess, a lot comes off. I don't know if that is a lot of fallout, etc, etc. But when I'm picking it up in the palette, the eyeshadow is going all around, mixing with the other colours, which I don't really like because I don't want the browns with the purples or the browns with the pinks, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of a worry for me. So transition shade is done. So we're now going to go in with Makeup and Chill, which is literally my life, which is a darker brown, and then I'll build that colour up and then go within the lid shade. So I'm going to grab Makeup and Chill. This is a much darker brown, so hopefully it doesn't fall out as well, because obviously darker shades tend to fall out a lot more. See, when I tap it off, I don't know if you can see that, but a lot fall out. So I'm just going to put that in the crease. Oh, that is actually really pigmented, but I just don't like the fallout that it gives. But I must admit, it is so easy to blend these shades. So that is what I have so far, and you can tell that the pigmentation is there. It just kind of irritates me how kind of limited I am to how much product I'm using, because there is so much fallout. Not on my face, just when I pick it up in the palette. Like, does that make sense? Okay, so that is pretty darn good. I'm pretty sure that's okay. Is that okay? I don't really know. So again, I'm packing a lot of the colour on just because I want it to be very visible, because on the lid I'm doing either gold or silver. I haven't decided yet, so bear with me. If it does look like shit, it's just because my skills aren't, you know, as good as Nikkie's. So if it does look a bit, you know, ratchet, it's because it is. So I do apologise. So I'm going to get a fluffier shader brush and just blend out the edges and make it all seamless, and then we'll move on to the eyelid colour. So again, just with a smudge brush, no colour on the brush, I'm just going to blend out the edges. And again, this palette and these eyeshadows are so easy to blend. Like, I love it. Like, the blending process is amazing.
I just dropped Ice Cold by Jeffree Star. Oh my god. I don't want to pick it up. I don't want to pick it up. Oh my god, it's broken. It's broken. I can see it. Oh god. There is a massive dent in it, but I don't give a shit. Can you see the little dent? Oh, okay. Pray for me. Oh my god.
So after that disaster, we're just going to ignore that. It didn't break, thank the Lord. I'm going to go back into the, obviously, the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be grabbing Frosted Yum, which is a silver shade. And I did want to use the gold, but I'm going to stick with silver. I'm going to put that all over my lid and then go back into Makeup and Chill and put it in my crease, but we're going to see how pigmented this silver is. I'm really praying it's really pretty because it looks gorgeous. It's not as pigmented as the browns. First impressions, I know that I have to stack this colour up to get my decent shade that I want, just because it's very, very sheer with just one layer. I don't know, I like it. It's just, it could be a little bit better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not expecting, like, Queen to make it. It's just because for the price, Australian, it's like $80. If I expect to pay $80 for a palette plus little goodies, I want it to be the best. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just like that. Like, if it's a lot of money, I want it to be the best. Like, if I go to a restaurant and I pay $150 for a meal, I would want it to be, like, top notch, like the best effing meal of my entire existence. Like, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion anyway. I don't know if you can tell, but there is so much fallout. Like, when this first came out, when she announced it, I was like so happy because I love Nikkie, and I'm like, I really want it. And like, I had no money at the time when it came out, but I got it for Christmas, and like, I needed to do this video, and I had high expectations, but like, after reading all the reviews and stuff, like, it kind of like narrowed down a bit. But I still like this palette all in all. I'm going to go back into Makeup and Chill and just clean up my crease a little bit more. There is fallout on my under eyes, and that's not my highlighter, it's actually the glitter from Frosted Yum. So that is the eyeshadow for today's look. I'm going to go off camera with eyeliner and eyelashes, and I'll come back to you guys. But before I do that, I do want to show you the fallout. Let me just zoom you up and I'll show you the fallout. As you can tell, you can see the fallout. This is my highlighter, but this right here is the fallout from Frosted Yum. And as you can tell, it's not the best silver eyeshadow. With this side, you can tell there's a lot of fallout. But all in all, I love the crease shade. Like, the browns are amazing. It's just the lid shade. With those gaps, my eyeliner is going to cover it anyway. So I'm going to go do eyelashes and eyeliner off camera. So guys, this is the completed look. I just did eyelashes and eyeliner and lips off camera because that isn't the point of this video or this series. The point of the series is the eyeshadow only and the eyeshadow palette. All in all, I do really like this palette. The pigmentation is there. It's just there's a lot of fallout. That's the only issue I have. And a lot of palettes do have fallout, just a limitation of it. But this one has a lot more than I expected. I expected a small amount of fallout. This has a little bit more than I expected. That's a very downside for me. But all in all, if I had to rate this out of 10, I'd probably rate it like a 7.5 because the colors are pigmented. The colors are gorgeous though. This palette is for everyone. There's a bunch of neutrals, some glitters because she loves her glitter and so do I. It's just an amazing palette and I love Nikkie. I'm so proud of her, and I know it's a very old palette, not old, but like it came out like mid 2016 and I'm just doing a video about it now. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because I love making these videos. So if you guys want to know any specific palettes or if you want me to film anything specific, comment down below or follow my social medias and let me know on that. They're always in the description box there below. Spread love and stay positive. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.